Dow Jones crash, market crash, Nikkei crash. We'll talk about that as well as the Q3 2024 hottest real estate markets in the US and Los Gatos home of the week and list price decreases and highs and lows this last week. Let's get moving here. Yeah, everything I saw over the last couple of days is, oh, the market's crashing, the market's crashing. You know what? It's still not really a crash. It's down a couple percent. Over the last year, we're still up 10. If you look at, see, it goes down a little bit, but yesterday it went down a little bit, but it's still kind of, I don't see this as a crash. I don't think it's newsworthy. The Nikkei index has crashed 26%. That's what I heard. I did not actually see it, but stock market goes up and down, just like the real estate market, which is a great segue to talk about this. Heat map, the hottest real estate markets in the United States for Q3 2024. If you look, the hottest markets are in dark purple and the scariest markets are dark red. So you look at I think that's Tampa Bay, but down here you're seeing Cape Coral in that area, right? Texas isn't doing that great, but still, look, kind of crazy. Look down here, the hottest real estate markets in 24. San Jose is still at 12.26% appreciation. Median home price is 1.62. I think it's actually a little bit higher. Santa Clara County is $2 million median price, and we're actually 2 point, I think, something like that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Santa Monica, San Diego is 10.8, and Wachula. So you look at all these markets, they're not doing so bad, right? Everybody's like, oh, but the market's crashing. There's certain areas that are crashing, absolutely. But you have to remember, percent drop, Ukiah, California, Clear Lake. If you're in a metropolitan area, it's very hard pressed for you to decide, oh, that market's going to crash. And we're in a metropolitan area. We're in a huge area. You look at different areas within the Bay Area out of the 12 counties, Napa's doing the worst, and it's still doing like 97% on list price. In San Francisco, people are probably recovering from last year when prices went down. But if you look, it's not doing so bad. World War III could break out. Economic crash globally could happen. We don't know what's going to happen. It could happen. It absolutely could, right? The crash bros are saying it's already happened. The naysayers are saying it's already happened, but I don't know. All I'm saying is be aware. Educate yourself on all the different markets, see what's going out there, take the time to learn and understand and where you can take some money. Is this a good time to invest? It's a good time to understand where the market's going and take advantage of that. This segment of this episode is brought to you by the Home Buyer's Checklist. If you're home buying, download this. If you're in a mode of home buying, or even if you want to go to open houses, you want to look at 4, 5, 6 open houses, this checklist helps you keep and understand which house has a new kitchen versus doesn't have a new kitchen or new bathroom versus not new bathroom, etc. Download it, you'll see what I mean. Los Gatos House of the Week, Edelin Ave. 3-bedroom, 3 full baths, almost 2,400 square feet, built in 2003. Not my listing. 2 point. It's been on the market. What's going on, guys? Why is it not selling? They tried to become a market maker. They tried to be the market maker. I invested this much money and I need to take this much money out of it and I need to make this kind of profit. That's ego. That's not how you sell houses. It could be when the market's freaking raging hot, but then you never promised that, right? And again, you're really close to University in Santa Cruz Ave, which is Main Street, USA, and it's a great buy, but not at 2.7. Interested in learning? Let me know. Home inspection checklist if you're putting your house on the market or considering putting your house on the market in the next. Download this home inspection checklist because this will go through and give you a bunch of honeydews to figure out what's wrong with the house. No house is ever perfect. No house is ever perfectly level, plumb, or square. But sometimes switches go out, sometimes appliances go out, sometimes you have a broken window that you didn't even know and it just makes you go take a look, or maybe a hole in a screen that you want to have fixed. This gets you to a point where you can replace or repair certain things in your house so that when you do have a professional home inspection done, all the little honey-do lists have been taken care of. So download it today. This is price reductions. What's going to happen. List price reductions, Santa Clara County, Waybridge, which is right down the street from me. This is not my listing, 504 Waybridge. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, kind of funky looking house. It's 2,500 square feet, built in 96. This house faces away from the hill And I can tell you that I've sold a few houses on this street. You get water inundation on all these houses. As a matter of fact, some of the people I know that live on this side of the street also say they get water underneath the foundation. So it's not an issue. It's just something to be aware of. It's not like, oh my God, my house is going to fall down because water comes in. No, you just get a dehydrator and a sump pump and you figure it out. It's not that difficult. 48 years old, on market 53 days. Original list price 1.85. They're trying to be a market maker. You should have had that listed at 1.6. This is why it's important to understand when an agent promises you that they're going to list your house and get you a high number, they're just trying to buy the listing. What do I mean by that? Well, you're going to tell me other agents have told me that I could list it at 1.8 and I should expect 1.9. You don't know how to tell the future, and you don't know what pool of buyers are going to come look at your house. So the idea is attract as many buyers as you can. List it low, put comps in front of the buyers, and let them understand that this is where the market should be. Right now, you're 53 days on market. You're edging close to 2 months on market. Who are you serving? Who are you serving? You're not helping anybody. All you're doing is pissing people off. This doesn't even have air conditioning, right? And I told you before, houses sell for about $200,000 more when you have air conditioning. Let's take a look inside. This works. Let's have 50. Okay, that's why. The other thing is when you do pictures, you do a front and then you go inside. Buyers don't care about the outside until they love the house. One picture of the front of the house for curb appeal. And these are dated, right? That floor is kind of funky looking. Too many pictures for this size of a house. All right. Okay. So some people like the wood look and feel, but when buyers are looking at houses, they want to look at something that's bright and shiny and new looking. So I would have painted those. I know it says it's kind of crazy, but this size of house, this makes it look dark and close in. And what I would have done is painted everything a nice white, and it would have sold a whole lot better. Okay. Enough of that. All these are listed in a link down on my blog. You can look at it anytime you want. The blog link is down below in the description. So real quick, the highs and lows. We have 147 closes this week. We haven't had 147 in months. So things are really slowing down. Highest sold was 0.2 million, sold at 97%. The lowest one sold at 770, sold at 6%. Highest for sale is 29 million. The lowest ones, and this is the same two that we had for the last couple months since June 25th. And right now we have 1,000 active single family homes for sale. We have 205 of those are price reductions, and that's 20%. So if you look at this number right here, you see the number slowly growing, but will it snap back when people get settled in and get their kids back to school? I think so. We'll see. And if you want to take a look at them, this is Pittman. This is the $10 million sold. It's in Palo Alto. Not my listing. Took 10 days to sell because nice looking house. It's the highest sold house in Santa Clara County. See what I mean? You paint it, it looks bright and airy. I can almost bet you that some of these windows and door trim are all painted or stained dark wood, right? You can tell. See how dated that tub is? This was painted, this was stained brown at one time. Nice. It's a nice looking house. Let's take a look at the lowest sold house. Nice. That was a total fixer upper. Sold in 81 days. Original list price was 900. That sold for 770, and it sold for 8% of list price. So guys, when you're selling a house as is, list it low. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right, that's it. Good day today. Talked about the stock market crash, what the hottest markets are, Los Gatos house of the week, list price reductions, and this last week's highs and lows of Santa Clara County. I think we're just going into a slow, or finishing off a slow period for our real estate market here in the Santa Clara County. Other areas are seeing other difficulties, but here, Santa Clara County, I think, is doing healthy. We just need more